Okay, we're back working on Derek's 52 Studebaker truck half-ton project. Last time we mounted the cab mounts for the cab, and that's all mounted. That's all bolted in. Today we're going to, or in this video, make mounts for the box and get that all mounted. So what we have is, right now it's just sitting on the frame here. We've leveled everything. Everything's straight with the cab and everything. Derek got off one of another Dakota truck. This is basically a box mount, front box mount of a stock Dakota, just like the frame. This is the exact same one we used to, if you can see under there, we used for the cab mount. So we got this second one, and it's gonna go right about there, well, forward. But this piece of steel here is only about, it's only an inch and a quarter thick. So this is gonna go right on, get tucked underneath here. I can't put it there because it's tight, but it'll sit right in there. And then we just got two holes there already, one on each side. We'll just put a bolt. We'll make a rubber pad. And all we're gonna do with our rubber pad, you can buy rubber, but we found that you just take the cut sidewall out of a used tire. Works perfectly. That's what we used on Kevin's 52 Ford. Works perfectly. They're tough. They got the cords going through them, so they don't they're not gonna go anywhere anytime soon. We're gonna leave this. What we're gonna do is weld on a little tab and then use this existing frame hole and then put a rubber mount on it. So there'll be a tab here and then a bolt and a rubber mount, and that'll be for that. We're gonna probably do, well, two mounts there, two at the back, and one around here. We're just gonna weld tabs off the back, off the frame, off the side of the frame, and then just bolt it to the box. And then the back, it's just, right now it's sitting, we notched the frame and it's just sitting on there. So we'll probably do something similar, put a little tab, and so we can bolt it. We don't want to weld this. We're not going to weld it on. So it'll be able to come on and off if we want to. Derek also located a couple motor mounts. That's the passenger, and that's the driver's side with a little brace. These came off another Dakota frame that we were planning on using for this truck ahead of time, but then we found out, well, it was missing lots of the front suspension and everything, so that didn't pan out. So we were just using it as a parts frame and parts truck. So these are gonna go on. We just gotta find, we've got the motor there, a little 318. We just gotta get the corresponding mounts for that to bolt to the motor, and then that will be going test fitting in. But I think for today, this video, we're just going to try and concentrate on the getting the box mounted and making sure it's nice and straight. We want this gap the same on either side, and then the gap on the side the same on either side. So right now it's pretty good, and I think the way we're going to do it with the mounts, we can do little shimmings. Like if there's a bolt here and a bolt there, we can shim this one up if we need to move this one up. I'm gonna built in a little free place. So, and we did that with the cab too. We can move it up and down, side to side, just to make sure everything is decent, because we want this gap, this body line there, to be equal on both sides. So I guess first thing to do is I guess we got to just lift the box up a bit, slide this under, and find out where exactly it's gonna go. And I think we're probably, since it's just me and Derek here today, we'll probably put the camera down because we'll need one person to lift it, one person to manhandle that thing. So we'll get back to you as soon as we get that done. We'll get back on the camera. Alright, Derek's just cutting some rubber out to make some mounts with. This is what we did with Kevin's Ford box, and it worked out very good. I think Kevin's truck we used a semi tire, but these are big truck tires, and they got heavy sidewalls. So. As you see, these tires are no good. They've been sitting too long. So that's easily a good 1/4 inch. So that's what we're thinking. And I think I even used some of this on my Hudson.
Yes, we did.
This technique, so.
I used your semi tire too.
Yeah.
You gotta watch your hands.
Yeah, and use a new blade too. Don't use this part. That you'll need a sawzall. Yeah, it's easily 1/4 inch. It gets thicker here on this side than this, but yeah,
We'll trim that.
yeah, that's. And we lifted up the box and just slid this in, and basically, yeah, we're just gonna, where there's a factory hole there, we'll just make cut a rubber piece like 3 inches long, 2 inches long, yeah, cut it, stick it in there, and then that's gonna give us a little bit more height because there's a little space in there, but that sits good. And I'll go underneath. There's the cab mount. There's that mount. So it'll sit there. We're cutting these off after, but we'll just basically drill right through there, drill up there, put 2 bolts on either side, and there's a very easy front cab mount, or box mount I should say. And we can put if we need the box to go down a bit, well, we can just shave the rubber a bit, or if we need to raise it up, which is probably more the case because there's a little bit of too much of a gap there, just stick a couple washers on either side of the rubber and you're good. Then we just have to work on that. Okay, I'll grab that. Okay, so there we go. All right. Just see my rubber in there. There's rubbers in there. We'll just have to, of course, mark that hole. And we're gonna leave it not bolted, anything like that, because we want to get this height. Because this has got to go up a little bit. So we're gonna basically leave that, start working on this brace, and then the back. We'll probably just work on the back brace, because then that will dictate This will be this brace, and then the one we're here will go wherever it wants to go after the back and front are done. So
We can adjust those for whatever
yeah.
we want. Okay.
So we'll figure out what we're gonna do with that. As you can see, it's it's sitting on the bed. So figure out what we can do with that. A little angle brace or something, and there's some factory bolt holes there we might be able to use. See what we can do with that. Okay, here's what came up for the rear mounts. Basically some rectangular square tubing. It's 3.5 inches long. It's 2 inches by 1.5 inches, I think. As you can see, I'm going to put it like that. There's going to be the rubber in between there, so just so you get the idea. You can see that, and then that will get tacked, or well, we'll basically tack weld it to the frame right now. Derek's just dragging the welder over here. We'll do that. We'll do the other side, and then we'll probably pull the box off, weld this, mark where the hole is, because there's a hole right, this hole right there. That's what we're gonna, there. Now the camera's probably shooting there, right there. That hole right there. So we got that. We got another one here for that side. We jacked it up a bit. Then the front will have to come up a bit. And Susie drags the welder over here. We'll weld that, but we'll show you the aftermath. Yeah. Which one you want me to go with? Okay, we've tack welded those in. Derek's just going to do the final weld. We even marked where the hole is. This hole we probably won't even do, but just use that. But as you can see, you just have to weld it around there. It's tacked on the other side already, and that'll be our rear mounts. We just move the cab or the box back a bit.
Oh, that one.
That's that one.
On?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That one, same thing. Finish welding it. On this, the other side, we'll just have to put a little gusset on it. Should be plenty strong enough. We have there's our little rubbers. Once we get the back done, then we'll put the box back on and see where, if we have to raise this or lower it to get our nice gap here with this. But that's actually working out excellent. And we can also do fine adjustment by putting washers here. And that'll raise, or if we need to lower it, just grind away the thickness a bit. Find a thinner tire maybe. All right. Okay, we've got those welded in, and we actually have the box bolted in. It's just sitting there loosely. We also we got this piece clamped on there. We raised it a bit with a jack. It's still got the rubber. Derek's marking lines for these holes. And we have, for this, a little gap between this and the frame, which that's what we wanted. So we raised the front up. Basically this gap is consistent all the way to top, from bottom to top, so that basically the cab and the box are aligned. We made lines here before, so it's aligned sideways. So right now we're just going to Derek's just jacking up the box, pull this out, drill the holes for the mount, then we'll put it back in. Then wherever it sits on the frame, we'll drill 2 holes on that side, 2 holes on that side, and Bob's your uncle, and it's done. No, then we have to do this one and that one. So we'll get back to it. Okay, we've got some progress done. That's all bolted in, even bolted in under there. So that front box mount's on. Derek's just welding on these little tabs. I just cut them on an angle, drill the hole. There's already a hole there, same as that hole. And I got a bigger bolt, but you get the idea. And that'll be the one of the mid box mounts. And then we'll just figure out a mount from here to here. Everything's pretty much going pretty easy with the mounts. We're just using scrap steel that we've had, and it's gonna, the box and the cab coming off after we do this anyways, and then we'll clean all that stuff off and paint it again. But yeah, that's not going anywhere.
My inspection.
Yep. So now I just go to figure out some, find some more box steel and just weld it there, go under here, drill a hole, and done. Done like dirt. Remember, don't throw out old tires. Use them for mounts. It's doing more welding. Step and put a bolt in. What we did with those, I'll show you on this side. This one's just tacked in, but just little rectangle tubing. We got a gap here for the rubber. We've already drilled a hole in there, so we just got to go underneath and then drill right through there and put a couple bolts. We just used some more scrap steel like that. Looks like it's going to work quite nicely. That's not going to go anywhere. Too many sparks, I don't want to burn the camera. Yeah, now it's bolted there, it'll be bolted there, it'll be bolted there, and at the back. This will not move. And you can see that gap is pretty good. It's pretty even top to bottom, and if things do move while we're doing body work on the box, well, we just hold out these holes a little bit, move it up and down, shim it. Okay, officially the box is bolted on. We don't have all the bolts tight or anything. The front's tight. Yeah, that worked out excellent. It just, this piece, the original piece, just fit in the trough of that. Excellent. So we can raise, lower that if we have to. Then we basically did, well, first we did this. We mounted the back, got that where we were. This is about a ½ an inch higher than that, which is basically what we thought it would. This is up a little bit higher. It's about 1.25 inches. So we're going to lose 1.25 inches of the box height, and we're good with that. And then we leveled that out. And then these ones just went where they needed to go, but using crappy tires, and that stuff's like, this stuff's not going to wear out. Not going to wear out in the lifetime of this truck. And there's eight bolts, 4 on the side, so it's not going to go anywhere. The cab is permanently mounted. Well, not permanently mounted, but has all the mounts permanent. We just have to, the next step in this process is we'll probably leave the box on for now. We'll probably do the motor, since we got those motor mounts. We got to figure out a transmission, because he still would like to put a 5-speed in this. But we just got to find a 5-speed that will, a Dodge 5-speed that will bolt up to the 318, or some adapter or something. We'll figure that out. But yeah, the next step is motor mounts. Put the motor in, figure out the tranny. The tranny will go in the same time, so we're gonna have to figure that out pretty soon. But yeah. So thanks for watching, and keep supporting our channels. Our channel, I should say. And yeah. Like and subscribe, comment, all that good thing. Yeah, it's pretty straight. But thanks for watching.